Hi, this is End User 2090. This is my first YouTube video. I've been watching pickup videos for the past 2 months now, and I've decided to get back into the retro gaming scene. Haven't really paid attention to retro gaming in quite some time, mostly through emulation. So it's quite interesting to see how the games of yesteryear have become popular again, and how the prices for these games have risen. Let me delve into what I've been doing. Obviously, I've been hitting up thrift stores, mainly Goodwill, Salvation Army, and a particular franchise that I've had somewhat successful findings, not mainly with cartridge-based games, but with like GameCube games and PS2 and Xbox. But before I go into that, let me show you what I've found in a local retro gaming store. They had a sale, buy two get one free, and most of the games were about $3. Someone had gone in there and picked up the good stuff, but I found, you know, some okay titles. First, we're going to start with Demon Sword. This one's kind of beat up. Silent Service. Gyromite. Milton Bradley's Captain Skyhawk. And like I said, they were $2.99, $3 a piece. In addition to that, there was something behind the counter in one of these plastic rental cases, and it has directions. This is Rad Racer, as you can see. Oh, there you go. All that totaled to $13 after tax. In addition, I hit up another retro store to find some games. So I went around and I picked up a handful of games, not really knowing what the prices were. So when I reached the counter, the young lady said, "Oh yeah, that's going to be $20, $50, blah blah blah." By the time everything was done, it was like almost $150 worth of games. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. So the only game that I did pick up, and this was a little bit over $6, was a game that I had back in the day, but I don't have it anymore because I traded it to my cousin, but now I do. So I have Jackal. So that's good to have Jackal back in my life. I also picked up for $3 an SNES title, First Samurai. Never heard of this game. And it is a used copy, of course. It's in okay condition. However, someone by the name of Gruzwalski owned it. I don't know why, you know, people put their names on things, I guess, territorial. So thank you, Gruzwalski. Okay, so now on to the thrift store findings. Like I said, I haven't really found anything retro or that retro in the thrift stores, unless you consider PS2 retro, which to me is just like the other day. Couple GameCube stuff, mainly in the Goodwill around here. GameCube, PlayStation 2, and original Xbox titles go from anywhere from $9 to $10, even for the cruddy stuff like the sports games. I have lucked out a few times. If a game is not behind the counter, chances are the game box is empty. But this particular game, I don't know if it was mislabeled or it's a pretty cheap game on eBay. I found it fully intact, game inside, for 99 cents. It was a 25% off day at Goodwill, so I got this for like 80 cents. Time Splitters 2. Classic Game Room did a review on that, or always references Time Splitters 2, so I'm pretty happy to get that and enjoy you know, that game. Around the weekend of Martin Luther King, they had a great sale. It was half off, 50% off all inventory. So the place was like a madhouse, and there was barely anything in this store. I was about to leave, and then I looked down where the CDs were, and I found this thing. So that's an NES like shelf system, and what it is like you put your NES titles in there, and then you press down on this lever, and it pops the game out, like, you know, it's like spring loaded or something. I don't know how exactly it works. And unfortunately it had like a cover on it, but it broke off at some point. And this thing was quite expensive. It was like $3.93 down there, $4, half off, $2. And normally I wouldn't buy this because you could just stack games on a shelf or put them somewhere. But inside of this gray thing were about 10 or 12 of these guys. Both these sleeves, both generic and Nintendo brand. So I was quite pleased to collect these just for $2. Hey, why not? I found a console. It's actually in here. I'll show you a picture of it. This is a PS2. It came with 2 memory cards, both Sony brand, 8 megabyte first party memory cards, and a Pelican wireless receiver, which is pretty good. And then when I came home, I popped it open and I found a loose disc for Grand Theft Auto 3. So that was quite nice. I got all that after the discount. It was originally $29.99. After the discount, I got it for about $24 after taxes. So that's pretty good. It also came with an AV wire. They sell loose disc in like baggies for I think like $2 or less. It was like $1.70 something. I got these 3 discs. I thought this would have been worth more. Evidently PlayStation 3 owners will know it's not. This is a Motor Storm for PlayStation, just a loose disc. I actually got the DVD Clueless and some Christmas Carol DVD CD. I also got a siphon filter for the original PlayStation. Okay, for I think it was around $3, I picked up a Metal Solid 2 for a PlayStation 2, complete in box, great condition. Sorry, one-handed. And another $2 or $3, I got Crash Bandicoot and The Wrath of Cortex. So that's pretty good. I was told that PlayStation 2 games are really cheap right now, and now is the time to buy them. I would agree with that because even in GameStop, they have PlayStation 2 titles really cheap. So if you own a PlayStation 2 or are into collecting, you should stock up on some of those guys. I got to tell you about something that I did over on eBay. So this guy was selling a GameCube. Take a look at this. So I look at the pictures and I see a few games. I see some third-party controllers. The GameCube's broken, by the way. A silver one, a nice one. And as you can see, there's a Game Boy player with the disc. Wow! And so I jumped on the opportunity to buy this thing. I waited till like 12:30 at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, sometime around then, and I put in a bid. It was pretty cool. I bought it and came with the disc, so that alone is worth a lot of money. Wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I mean, $40 is pretty steep to buy something, especially if it's broken. But I figured, hey, the Game Boy player and the disc alone is like worth $40 on eBay. So what I did, I traded that particular GameCube, a very beautiful one, a silver, like platinum joint. I traded that to my friend, and I got one in return because he really wanted the silver one. I got a black one instead. I resold the other stuff that I didn't need. I coupled it with, or I bundled it with Super Smash Bros. Melee and Metroid Prime. I'm not really collecting for the GameCube. They have some excellent titles, and I have played a lot, and I own a lot as well, but these particular games I really didn't need. So I actually sold it for more than what I bought the broken stuff. So not only did I make some dollars, maybe like $5 or so, but not only did I make money, I got like a Game Boy player for free, something that's worth like $40. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm sure I'll get the other games back in the wild at some point. I'm not really beating myself over the head with that. And as I said, I have easy access to those games anyway. In addition to that, I also got this gentleman here, like a bootleg Shadow the Hedgehog. I got him for like how much I got you for? $2. $2. Thanks.